Before machines tracked our health and medicine came in pills, there were those who mastered life by living simply. Today, as science catches up, we see those old rituals weren't myths, but buried instructions encoded in our ancient memory. We drown in information, but they thrived in simplicity. When we crave more, they trained themselves to let go. Now it's time to remember, not romanticize, but recover these forgotten frameworks and realign with the ancient code for strength. 1. Breath of the gods, pranayama, and the nervous system. A yogi sits still in a cave, not meditating, but consciously controlling his nervous system as storms roar outside. Pranayama is not just relaxing, it's the science of transcendence, rooted in breath mastery and ancient somatic awareness. Long before we discovered the vagus nerve, yogis accessed it directly through breath, slowing heart rate and calming stress. Each inhale becomes sacred, each exhale a command. Biology bends to the will of a breathing, aware, present mind. Modern science confirms pranayama lowers inflammation, resets stress hormones, and restores equilibrium within the nervous and immune systems. It's not just breath, it's the conscious mind reclaiming control of the unconscious processes running our everyday life. 2. Cold mastery, Tibetan tummo and inner fire. In frozen mountains, monks wrap themselves in wet sheets, sitting still in snow, evaporating moisture with body heat alone. This is tummo, the inner fire technique, visualization and breath to raise temperature and resist extreme cold with willpower. It's not just resistance, it's command over cold, the nervous system, and the primal fear that cold often brings. Wim Hof rediscovered similar techniques. Science shows it boosts immunity, lifts mood, and rewires the body for resilience. But this is not about breaking records, it's about transforming fear into fuel through ancient, tested physiological mastery. Tummo practitioners find warmth in ice, calm in chaos, strength in surrender, where body meets mind and transforms reality. 3. Fasting for power, ancient warrior diets. Greek warriors skipped breakfast. Roman gladiators fasted for clarity. Vedic sages survived on sunlight, breath, and focused awareness. Today, we call it intermittent fasting, but they practiced it to sharpen the mind, not to lose body fat. Fasting was strength training for the soul. Clarity didn't come from fullness, but from the precision of hunger and emptiness. Modern science shows fasting triggers autophagy, improves metabolism, and extends life, but the ancients used it for mental refinement. When the stomach empties, the senses awaken, energy is reclaimed, and the mind clears as the body begins to purify. The body wasn't fueled by food, but by discipline, awareness, and a deep understanding of rhythm and bodily intelligence. 4. Sun as medicine, Surya Namaskar and circadian rhythms. Ancient people greeted the sunrise not for religion, but to reset their body clocks and align with circadian light. Surya Namaskar, or sun salutation, synchronized movement with breath, timing the body to the Earth's cosmic daily rhythm. Early sunlight increases serotonin, improves sleep cycles, balances hormones, and sets the brain into natural peak performance patterns. The morning light wasn't just illumination, it was communication, telling the body when to rise, move, eat, and rest. This ritual created hormonal harmony, where the sun became medicine and the body became a solar-powered engine of life. Today, doctors urge morning light for health, but the ancients danced in sunlight daily, barefoot, grateful, and deeply attuned. They didn't fear the sun or avoid it. They embraced it as a sacred healer and energetic recharger. The sun became their clock, their compass, their cure, a daily ritual of biological tuning and spiritual celebration. 5. Dirt therapy, clay, ash, and earth-based detox. In ancient Africa, women ate clay while pregnant, not from hunger, but deep intuition for minerals and detoxification. In India, vibhuti, sacred ash, was applied to skin and consumed, believed to protect, purify, and realign the inner system. Native tribes bathed in mineral-rich mud, letting the earth pull toxins from the body and restore energetic balance. Today, bentonite clay and activated charcoal are used in detox protocols, but the ancients never needed scientific validation. They knew the ground beneath them was alive with intelligence. Its dust held healing. Its ash carried transformation. Ashes weren't trash. They were memory, medicine, and mineral-packed remnants of sacred fire and forgotten rituals. Soil wasn't dirty, it was divine, offering healing from within, from the bottom up, without labels or synthetic compounds. And now, we rediscover what they lived. Healing begins beneath our feet, in dust, dirt, ash, and ancestral memory. 6. The sound cure, mantras, and vibrational healing. Chanting Om wasn't superstition, it was sound science, using vibration to activate nerves and shift brainwave frequencies. Ancient mantras were not religious, they were frequencies designed to harmonize the body, mind, and subtle energetic fields. Modern MRI scans show chanting affects brain areas linked to emotion, memory, breath, and parasympathetic regulation. These weren't random syllables, they were tonal codes crafted to resonate the skull, heart, and spirit into synchronicity. Frequencies like 432 Hz calm the body, deepen awareness, and restore mental balance. Sound becomes a neural reprogramming tool. Mantras changed breath patterns, slowed heart rate, and aligned consciousness, tuning the body like a sacred living instrument. While we drown in noise, the ancients taught silence through sound. Each chant a doorway to stillness and healing. They didn't use earbuds, they used the voice, the breath, and vibration to retune reality from the inside out. 7. Fire and focus. The Trataka gaze ritual. A monk sits before a flame, eyes wide and unblinking, watching every flicker until thoughts disappear into stillness. This is Trataka, an ancient fire-gazing ritual to sharpen the mind, improve eyesight, and deepen inner concentration. Modern neuroscience shows that focused visual attention enhances neuroplasticity and boosts activity in the brain's frontal regions. Each blink resisted is a victory against distraction. Each moment of stillness, a sharpening of the soul's attention. The flame becomes a mirror, a teacher, a test, burning away chaos and revealing the clarity within focus. It's not about the candle. It's about cultivating a gaze that pierces illusion and centers the wandering mind. 8. Earthing and energy. Walking barefoot on soil. Walking barefoot on earth realigns the body's electrical field, stabilizing the nervous system and easing inflammation naturally. Ancient people didn't need rubber soles, they walked connected, skin to soil, charging their energy systems through direct contact. Today, earthing is studied for its effects on cortisol, blood viscosity, heart rate variability, and sleep restoration. But they didn't measure results. They felt them in their breath, bones, mood, and the peaceful silence of their nervous system. They knew the ground pulses with life, a heartbeat echoing our own, waiting only for bare skin to listen. Shoes disconnected us, but the ancients were grounded, spiritually, physically, and electrically, through daily contact with the living earth. 9. Pain as portal. Kalaripayattu and controlled suffering. In southern India, warriors trained in Kalaripayattu, an ancient martial art where pain was ritual and progress was blood. They fought barefoot, broke bones, healed, and returned stronger, not for violence, but for transformation through controlled adversity. This was nervous system conditioning, the original resilience training before neuroscience ever described stress response pathways. Each bruise was a lesson, each fall a test. Pain became the passage to a sharper, graver self. Modern labs simulate stress to build toughness. The ancients lived it, every day, as a sacred rite of passage. They didn't fear pain. They partnered with it, using it as a forge to sharpen body, focus, and will. 10. Silence and solitude. The ultimate reset. The Desert Fathers, Himalayan monks, and Sufi mystics all turned to one ultimate tool for transformation: radical silence. Not the absence of sound, but the presence of awareness, cultivated through solitude, stillness, and inner listening. Today, we buy silent retreats and float tanks, but the ancients sat alone, eyes closed, letting the world fall away. In silence, the brain detoxes. In solitude, the soul speaks. In stillness, true healing rises from deep within. This wasn't escape, it was alignment, recentering with the rhythms of life beneath all distraction and daily noise. They didn't need apps to silence the mind. They used breath, posture, and patience to reconnect with Source. This is not pampering. This is performance. Let's biohack your grind.